Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for being here. Good to see you guys today. Merry Christmas. Let me go up the side. I don't know if you can see this guy. Who is this guy with a goat tee? But we don't have two mics, and we're going to try to hopefully. We don't have nobody on the panel with me and him, so I don't think we'll have any feedback issues. So we should be okay. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I didn't. Let me call your names out, then we'll talk a little bit and let Echo do some talking. Got Dale Pogue with us, Colt 1927. Good to see you. Mike White, 2A Advocacy. Appreciate you being here, brother. 351 Cleveland, what's up there? Catching any fish? Well, actually, it's probably too cold to fish. But let's see. 351 Cleveland, Colt, Mike White, 2A. Of course, I'm there. And I'm going to have to text Brutal Bob. I'll text Brutal Bob while Echo's talking to you. I'm going to turn it over to Echo for a minute.
You want to swap seats?
Yeah, we'll swap seats. We're going to do musical chairs, guys.
Yeah.
For a minute.
All right. Thank you, Elliot.
Oh. Not many's here.
That's all right.
Got 4 on.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Echo, a.k.a. David. I've been out of the scene for a while. I have been actually incarcerated, and basically I am going to go over what happened to me and let everybody know what's going on. I'm going to very lightly brush across what's going on in our country with our civil and our human and our constitutional rights. They're basically under attack, ladies and gentlemen. I broke up with my ex-fiance after 17 and a half years and had to relocate to Tennessee. And I was actually in McNairy County, where Buford, what is the name?
Buford Pusser is from there.
Yeah, Buford Pusser, the sheriff.
Walking Tall.
Walking Tall, that Rock did, the movie. Basically, a very, very, very corrupt environment. I relocated there and lived there for about 8 months and experienced some horrible, horrible things. And I was actually attacked on the 6th of June of 2023 in the late night. And during me retreating from and de-escalating from the situation and trying to get back to my room, which I rented there in Purdy, Tennessee, I was attacked 2 times on the staircase coming up from the basement by my roommate. Now, I'm not going to mention any names or anything for legal reasons. But I was attacked, and I was literally pushed so hard down onto the staircase that it tore my left tennis shoe sole completely off. And while I was trying, and then when I hit the staircase that was carpeted, I retore my ACL in my left knee. I tried to use the handrail and get back up, and I was kicked in the rear end, forcing my head into impact into the staircase. And so I tried to get up again. I could not. So I crab crawled to the top of the staircase. And at the top of the landing, I regained my upright position. And I was in a lot of pain because my knee injury was very bad. I proceeded to walk onto the landing and turn around just as my roommate was coming up to attack me a third time. I pulled my Gen 4 Glock 19 and I held it at the high ready and told him to stop, and he didn't stop. He came at me and I fired one round, a hand load, XTP 124 grain jacketed hollow point, and struck my roommate in the left, right below the left collarbone. But he was attacking me in left-handed, so his body was bladed towards me, coming at me, which caused the bullet to go down because he was one step below me. So it was on a downward trajectory, the bullet coming out of my muzzle. Hit him underneath the collarbone and traveled from left to right, downward, and front to back. So it basically came in under the left collarbone and exited him on his right, lower right torso in the rear, and pierced his left lung, his heart, and his right lung, basically stopping him instantly within about a minute and a half. I only fired one round because the threat to my life had stopped after I deployed one cartridge. I didn't just keep shooting. I then immediately called 911 and got the police en route and ambulance and started to perform direct pressure to the exit wound so that I was trying to save his life and trying not to kill anyone, but had to stop the threat to my own life. And in doing so, my roommate lost his life. And basically, I was arrested for involuntary manslaughter because the investigating detective with the McNairy Sheriff's Department was hell-bent on me being arrested. However, most of the officers there that night, deputy sheriffs that were there that night, about 70% of them, there was quite a few, you can imagine, did not want me arrested, that they thought it was justifiable homicide because there was a severe threat to my life and because of the reason why I have type 1 diabetes and I'm very brittle and very sick. I've got stage 3 kidney failure, and I also have many other problems going on with my type 1 diabetes with neuropathy. I've got arthritis from driving tractor trailer and wreckers for almost 15 years. And I drove wreckers for the Orange County Sheriff's Department in Florida and the Florida Highway Patrol. I also was part of the Florida Highway Patrol's fatality response team for almost 15 years. So, and I also taught at the academy in Orlando, Florida, handgun shooting for Orlando police officers and the Orange County Sheriff's Department. So I'm very knowledgeable on carrying handguns. I carried one legally for over 31 years and never, ever had to deploy it to in any situation or use it. I'm very, very skilled in firearms, and I experienced the worst 8 months and the worst 24-hour period in my entire life. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. That's why I'm on here today, because I wanted to let you all in on what's going on in this country, where if I would have been in Texas or back in my home state of Florida, I would not have even been arrested. They would have brought me down for questioning, and once they found out that the threat was legitimate, I would have been sent home. But because of the situation and because my roommate had a serious drug problem and alcohol problem, they immediately drew the conclusion that I had just shot him because we were in an argument. That is not what happened. In fact, I gave him 2 attempts to get away from me and stop his attack. I was de-escalating by walking back to my room up the staircase when I was attacked. And this could happen to any of you that carry firearms. Thank the Lord that I had Texas Law Shield and U.S. Law Shield, which is an insurance for concealed carry and open carry holders to protect them with lawyers if an event happens in which you are arrested or if you are charged for a crime defending your life. I was approved by my attorneys and U.S. Law Shield to be represented in this case because they believed me and they thought the evidence was very much in my favor to win this case. However, I was in a very small rural community where the prosecutor is known to the public by actually being in school with them in high school and elementary. She grew up here and had a 96% conviction rate. And this is a problem I see in our country happening all over the United States. We have prosecutors being monetarily advanced and promoted for conviction rate and years sentenced, and that is got to stop. They're arresting people that do not need to be arrested. They're prosecuting and convicting people that have done nothing wrong because they're arterially motivated by money and financial support from their communities. And it's better that 100 guilty men go free than one innocent man like myself be convicted and prosecuted under our judicial system. I'm a big supporter of law enforcement. I'm also a Republican and conservative-minded young, middle-aged man. I personally think that this country is having some severe difficulties in the way we are handling our justice system. It needs to really be gone through. And it needs to be where honest people that are God-fearing like myself not be harassed, prosecuted, and imprisoned for something they did not do. I spent 19 months in a supermax correctional facility where I was chained and I was kept for 20 hours out of the day in an 8 by 12 foot cell. And I had recreation for 4 hours out of that day where sometimes I was handcuffed, and that was my recreation. Basically, I spent 13 months in solitary confinement, all because I defended myself. Now, I did save my life. I'm here to tell you the story today, but at a horrible cost. I had to take a plea to avoid being prosecuted for murder in the second degree and doing 30 years in a state facility, Supermax. I did 19 months in Supermax containment facility there in McNairy County, Tennessee. Basically, it was the most horrible experience I've ever had in my life. And during the time I was confined, my diabetes was not in good control in the first 6 months I was there. and I almost died 9 times. I passed out 9 different times where ambulance had to respond and revive me with intravenous sugar, glucose. And a week before I went to trial, some almost 19 months in that facility, I was stomped on the head and face by another 250-pound inmate and knocked unconscious. And I still have what I think is a black eye in my left eye. Now, I don't have a left eye because my diabetes and glaucoma took it back in the early 2000s, and I had to have it amputated. I have a 20 millimeter orbital made out of ceramic in that eye. And my whole side of my head was beat with the fella had rings, steel rings on his fingers. Now, I don't know what the heck he had steel rings on his fingers in a correctional facility, but he had 3 steel rings on his fingers, and he busted my head open. He split my ear 1.5 inches all the way up the top of it, where it was torn in almost 2. And I was just spewing blood. When I woke up from being stomped in the day room on laminated concrete flooring, there has blood spray up the side of the wall from where my head was oozing blood and spraying out of my capillaries in my head.
Can I interrupt for a minute? Let's call a few people out. I don't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
Hey guys, thank you for dropping by today. If you can hear me, we're gonna let Echo finish in just a second. We got 18 in here. Viejo, I texted a few of you guys. I appreciate you being here. Got Dale Pogue in here. Coat, I called out earlier. Mike White 2A 351 Cleveland. Brutal Bob, appreciate you being here. Vay's Place jumped in. Hey Vay, hope you're doing good. Merry Christmas, everyone. Michael Hurtnick, good to see you, Michael. Viejo, good to see you. Hobby's Hobo jumped in here. Mac Man is in here. Good to see you, Mac. Curtis Long, good to see you, Curtis. I know some of you are glad to see Echo. Let's see who else. It's kind of hard. I don't have 2 mics or anything, so it makes it more difficult for both of us to carry on one show. Boomstick, Fukuyt, I call him. His channel was taken down. So, Boomstick, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Bob Masavo, hope I pronounced that right. Let's see, who else here? That's it. And I'll let Echo kind of finish down, and we'll talk about whatever else you guys want to talk about today. All right, here we go.
Thanks, Elliot.
Yeah, man. So that way you know who's in there, too.
Yeah. Thanks for coming and joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate it. Basically, I was incarcerated for 19 months in a Supermax facility in McNairy County. And I was basically prosecuted and had to take a plea deal to ensure that I saw the light of day again. And if I would have been healthy, I would have fought it to the very ends of the earth. But my diabetes was declining because of the incarceration, and I've lost more vision to the point where I'm almost blind now. It was a hellacious trial and tribulation. I would, like I said before, I wouldn't wish this on anyone, not my worst enemy. And I have a lot of people that support me and supported me and tried to help me when I was living in Tennessee. And I wanted to thank everyone very much from the bottom of my heart. Your money kept me afloat to where I was, destined to fail. And it's very hard for me to talk about this because I've always been very independent. And I had to ask for help from the YouTube gun community. For the simple fact of the matter is I was about to lose my place to live due to the fact that the roommate I had and his father were not of the greatest caliber of people. and my roommate that I shot was actually a methamphetamine addict and a alcoholic, very bad.
Sorry to distract you. Good to see you, Sergeant Master Bulldog, Senior Sergeant Master Bulldog. Michael Dunn joined us too, just letting Echo know. And that's it. Appreciate it, guys.
So basically, I just wanted to thank everybody for their God honest support for me. And it really did make a difference. Unfortunately, I have lost everything I own, including my precious Kit Kat, my little calico girl cat. And I'm just heartbroken over that. It's the only, the guns, I had $50,000 worth of guns and reloading equipment. It's all gone. I have one pair of pants, and I have two t-shirts, and I have a couple pairs of socks, and a pair of, these are going to crack you up, prison slides. Basically, that's what I have to my name now. And, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it doesn't seem to be a train. I did qualify for diversion because I had no criminal history. So basically, after my probation, I will have everything expunged, and I will get my rights back. So I will not be without my gun rights or voting rights. And I just wanted to let everybody know, please keep voting and ask your politicians the hard questions about firearms and what they feel about human rights and the penal system, because we need help. America is going down the drain quickly. And if we don't do something to stop it, we all could be in my situation. I'm just glad my mother and father aren't alive to have witnessed me being arrested for second-degree murder for defending my own life. That's a blessing, because they would have been completely beside themselves. But I really appreciate everybody supporting Elliot and myself. And if you guys want, go ahead, and if you have questions, we're going to take some questions. If you have anything you want to ask. I'm also have the same cell phone that I've always had. It's hooked back up. So if you have my old number, the 727 prefix, area code, 727 area code with from St. Pete, back in the day when I was doing Echo's reloading chamber. I have that phone still, so you can reach me. Let's go ahead and take some questions. If anybody has any, you go ahead and ask them, and I will have Elliot read them out to me, and we'll go ahead and answer them for you. Okay, let me do that. Oh, okay.
Bear with us, guys. Kind of difficult through one mic.
I'm blinder than a bat now.
Had 20 of you guys on. Appreciate it. It's good to see all of you out there, and Merry Christmas, guys. Yeah, it's tragedy. What this place up there, went to one house and it had a pipe up from the chimney. I told Echo, I says, "What, David?" I says, "Well, looks like it's not double insulated. It looks like their dang roof's it was black and about to burn up." So anyway, it was a long drive, believe me, but good thing he's out now. I'm glad. Got 67 Rebel SST AMC. Remember him?
Hey,
he's here. Vanessa Kitty jumped in and joined us, Echo.
Vanessa.
Can you all hear him in the background? And but it's good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. It's about almost 6 hours there. Long roads and stretches at night. No service stations. No sending units. I just had to keep filling up. Afraid I was going to run out of gas. I did get a used sending unit a while ago. I opened it up, and I got to put it in the car to see if it works. So, but appreciate y'all being on here. and coming and listening to Echo's story. And he's back. And if he gets to Florida, hopefully maybe he gets a computer or a laptop, whatever. Maybe we'll get back to streaming eventually, at least to stream occasionally. It's up to him what he wants to do. Got 22 on. Appreciate you guys being here and gals.
I plan on doing streams again. And when I get my rights back, I am going to buy a few guns and start carrying a firearm again. I believe in the Second Amendment with all my heart. I love this country. I would die for it, but I'd much rather live for it. And the bottom line is we need to be very aware of what's going on in our communities today.
They can hear you.
And make sure that we elect the right people into office. Because if we do not do this, we are going to pay eventually, just like I did. And I'm just glad that my ability to be represented by U.S. Law Shield and Texas Law Shield saved me from being in prison for the rest of my life. I was looking at 30 years for self-defense. I mean, it was ridiculous. But I love everybody in the YouTube community and our YouTube gun community. And I'm very much glad that you all are still around and doing your thing. Just, if you're going to carry a firearm, my recommendation to you is go ahead and get involved with Texas Law Shield, because it may be the only thing you have to fall back onto. My attorney's fees were $138,000 paid by Texas Law Shield and U.S. Law Shield. It's a good program, and I highly recommend it. I wouldn't be talking to you here today if it wasn't for them. And LaGarza Law Firm out of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Bob, Echo does not have, he's only got access now to Google, and I just got him signed back into there. So he has no bank account at this point. He has no way. Any money sent, I'll send it to him, and we're going to work it out that way. And there's just no other way. He don't have a gift send me. I don't think we even know what gift send me go means. I've never heard of it. But people have been sending. I'm going to shout them out. If I see him, Mac Man sent some money. Appreciate it. Michael Hurtnick sent some money. He appreciates it. Who else? Let's see. Mac, Eagle Run.
Eagle Run, yeah. Hey, buddy.
I'm trying to think. If I don't call your name, well, I don't mean to leave you out. I'd have to go to PayPal to look. But quite a few of you sent money, and he appreciates it, and I do too. And it's in the account. But outside of that, Echo don't have banking, nothing, guys. I mean, he just got out a few days ago. So he's kind of got to get his, stuff together. So it's going to take time. Let's go up and see what PayPal to AR's email. Put that AR. Send it to Elliot at yahoo.com. Appreciate it.
Put that in the side chat, Elliot.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if anybody new come in here. Yeah, quite a few guys sent money, generous donations, very generous. Appreciate that, Michael, too. I know what you sent. I know what Eagle Run sent, and all of you. Appreciate you, Mac Man, for sending some. And it'll help Echo out. I just left the grocery store actually to get some Coke and tea because I don't have much here to drink except diet tea. He says, Michael Dunn says, Echo, what did Law Shield do for you? I'll let him tell you that.
Okay. Michael, glad to see you and hear you again. Texas Law Shield and is the it's insurance that concealed carry holders and open carry holders can get for around $13 to $15 a month. And basically it gives you 24-hour emergency number. So if you're involved in a self-defense shooting, you can call them and they will dispatch an attorney within 72 hours to come out to wherever you're arrested. If you have the U.S. Law Shield, it covers you in all 50 states. If you have Texas Law Shield, it can cover you in your home state. whatever that may be. Basically, they will pay for your attorneys and get you top of the line gun attorneys that are very familiar with the criminal justice system and will defend you and basically keep you from being put in prison for the rest of your life for trying to save your family or yourself in a defensive situation. I highly recommend this program and this system that they have set up. I know there's a couple other ones that are available. I do not have hands-on knowledge with them, so I can't recommend them. However, Texas Law Shield and U.S. Law Shield, I do have experience with, and I've had them for probably 10 years before the incident, and I still have them to this day. I still pay every month.
You have U.S., right?
Yeah, I have the
Yeah,
U.S.
You don't have Texas, guys. You only need that when you're living in the state of Texas.
No.
Right.
If you live in your home state, Texas Law Shield will give you, like, okay, if
So you
live,
can join either one.
yes,
Oh,
the
okay.
U.S. Law Shield is Texas Law Shield, but they do the entire United States.
Okay.
Because I travel, I used to travel for gun shows and things, and the SHOT Show. It covers you even in other states, where Texas Law Shield covers you in your home state and is a little bit cheaper. And but I pay, I think it's $14 and change, and I get covered in all 50 states as long as I have a legal firearm and a concealed weapons permit for that state.
Okay, so Texas Law Shield covers you only in your home state. So if we're in Georgia and you buy Texas Law Shield, it's only good in the state of Georgia, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the Texas Law Shield would not be good to travel then, if it's correct.
Yes.
And Echo's correct.
You
For
need,
sure.
You need U.S. Law Shield if you're going to be traveling in and out of the United, in and out the United States as a whole around it. They cover you in all 50 states, I believe, except for, I think, some of them, like New York, of course, and I'm not sure on the California thing. I don't want to speak out of turn and give you bad information. I've always been so brutally honest, to the point of almost making some people a little upset. But the bottom line is, if I don't know the answer to the question, I'm going to let you know that, and you can research that yourself. You can call them. You can Google their number and tell them Dave sent you. And basically, they will get you set up, and there's no wait time. You can sign up for it immediately and get coverage immediately. And they give you the 24-hour number, and basically you can carry with a little bit more confidence that if you're in a bad situation and you have to use your firearm to save your life or your family's or your friends, that you're not going to be taken advantage of by a overeager prosecutor, or in a situation that basically, you're by yourself. When it comes down to the bullet hitting the flesh, you're responsible. So you need to have the coverage to make sure you're not taken advantage of or illegally prosecuted. And that is a huge benefit. And I am so glad that I had signed up for it 10 years earlier. Without it, I wouldn't be talking to you today. I would be in a state penitentiary, supermax, treated like a criminal. It's no other easy way to put it. Elliot, can you look on your phone and put in the number for U.S. Law Shield and Texas Law Shield?
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah.
Some people sent some money. We appreciate it. Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog in the side chat just sent some money. Let's see who else. Thought somebody else did. I thought I seen it, but he sent some money. Appreciate that, Bulldog. Let's see. I'm trying to find out who else may have did it. Let's see. I swear I thought I seen two people. It must have been him. Bear with me a minute, guys. Okay. He put a substantial donation. Thank you. Bulldog did for you. Michael Hertnick says on the way he's here.
Thank you, Chuck.
Good to see you, Chuck. Let's see. I'll tell you, he sent 200. Appreciate it. I'm sure Echo. I know he's grateful. We all are over here. Walter says he's coming. Viejo. Ryan Bending Ballistics says hello.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I appreciate the money. It'll help, guys. And
thank you, Walter, for the support, brother. I know you were in law enforcement, and I worked for it for many years, and I'm a big supporter of our law enforcement, but I am not a supporter of the system which imprisons and incarcerates innocent people. It's not what the Constitution, it's not what our founding fathers wanted. And if a prosecutor in the state of Texas or Florida wouldn't prosecute me, but they do in a small community because they're paid and they get monetary, how can I put this? They're making money off the years they sentence, and they're making money off the conviction rate because they're monetarily rewarded by prosecuting people. And a lot of people do not need to be prosecuted. They're more interested in conviction rate and years given out sentence-wise than they are to find out the truth. And that is a problem. The truth will set you free. That's what I've always been taught since I was a little boy. And I do not lie. I do not do it. There's a few things, and a lot of guys and gals have heard me say this in the past. I don't tarnish my father's name that he gave me, that his father gave him. I don't lie, and I don't break my balls for anyone. And I just don't do that. And in this case, I was thoroughly taken advantage of. And I even had discussions with the sheriff himself, and he thought that I was innocent of the charges that were brought against me. So don't think that I'm on here, talking bad about law enforcement, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm a huge supporter of law enforcement. My father was a C-130 loadmaster in Southeast Asia, also known as Vietnam, for 3 tours. And after that, came home to marry my mother and became an Orlando fireman for 24 and a half years. I grew up at the fire station around Orlando firemen and Orlando police officers. My godparents are Orange County deputy sheriffs and now are high-ranking deputy sheriffs. I love the law enforcement and first responder community. I just got in a bad situation in an area that I knew no one, and I was basically swept up like garbage. And this has got to stop in this country. Our country is too strong and too good for this kind of nonsense.
Appreciate Walter. Walter sent some money too.
Thank you, Walter.
Out. Eagle Run. Cindy, I'm not sure this one name sent some money. It's Cindy. That's what's got me confused. I don't know who this is. I'll find out though.
Is it just Cindy?
It says Cindy, SCHWABLE. It might. I'm not exactly sure. Bowman Sports, I know that's Nick. Rim of Enhancement sent by that. That's Colt. Appreciate it, Colt. Walter VO sent a generous sum. Chuck sent a very generous sum. Appreciate it, guys, all of you.
Hey, Walter, are you still riding, or after that accident? Because I remember the last thing I talked to you about was when you had a little, but not a little. You had a serious wipeout on your Beamer, I believe. My brain is a little bit damaged now because I had a severe injury to my brain due by hypoglycemic shock from being incarcerated and not having the right food to eat and not being medically monitored very well. And it caused me a little bit of irreversible brain damage. And so I'm dealing with a lot, guys. I have a full thing. Plus, I have to deal with probation. And I'm not a criminal. So I was like the square plug in a round hole in jail.
Okay, I remember that, Michael. Thanks for sending that text, man. It helped me out. I recall it now. Yeah, Michael Hurtney's girlfriend sent that in her name like that.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Thank you, Michael.
That's it, guys. We all appreciate it. I appreciate you all doing this for Echo, and I know he appreciates it. I mean, because he gets out broke. Disability's not here. Got to get that going. Other things. No bank account. I mean, he's basically starting over from scratch.
At 52 years old. Yeah.
No guns, no nothing. No clothes, hardly except what's on his back and a few in a bag. So, let's see. Vanessa says my older sister worked on the C-130s in her military thing. Yep.
Vanessa, thank you, girl, because I think you're Air Force too, aren't you? I haven't spoke to you in quite a while, but thanks for coming in, Vanessa.
Good to see you hunting stuff with J&J. Appreciate you dropping in. I'm trying to see if anybody else come in. Let's see, Mac Man saying hello, Miss Kitty. Let me see if anybody else come in for a minute. Let's see. Bulldog says, Chuck says, ours is not a community, but an extended family. Glad I can help out with one of my family in their time of need. We thank you, man. Yeah, we consider you family too, man. All you people. A lot of you been with us a long time. Good to see you, Coop. Sorry I didn't get to call out. He's CNT. He lives in Alabama. And I went through Alabama, matter of fact.
Yeah, we were in Birmingham.
Yeah, I went through Birmingham Sunday night.
Yeah. Sunday night.
Yeah. Well, it was lit up with colors and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what it was, but it was lit up. And let's see who else. Michael Dunn. I've called most of you out. I think I got all of you. Making sure I still got 18 on, had 20 there for a little bit. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thank you for taking time to come on here today.
Yeah, me and Elliot are going to do a few more streams while I'm here visiting with him because I'll be here through the holidays. If any of you want to get in contact with me, send Elliot a email. My email is back up and running as well now because Elliot helped me straighten it out. And he'll put that in the side note, in the side chat for you guys. I appreciate you and I love you. And the gun community will always be my family. Thank you very much. And me and Elliot really appreciate all the help you've given and help you've given in the past. And stay strong and carry every day.
Got a few more questions here. Coach says, did law enforcement seize your firearms and reloading equipment? You can tell them what.
No, they did not seize. They seized the weapon I used to defend myself. All of my firearms were stolen. My safe, my reloading equipment, everything, my toolboxes, everything were stolen by the gentleman I shot's father and sold. And I even had a few guns come back to the sheriff's department while I was incarcerated because they were sold to felons, and they arrested the people with them and they ran the serial numbers and they came back to me. So they basically came in and talked to me about why they had my guns. I said, I don't know. The father in this case sold them to neighbors and to unknown people, and some of them weren't able to own a firearm. So that's what happened. So basically everything I own, including my dearest precious thing, my calico kitten Kit Kat, is no longer with me. It's all gone. So I'm starting over, like Elliot said, from scratch. At at 52 years old and almost blind with diabetes. But I'm alive and I'm a tough guy. I'm very hard to kill. And I am going to get above this again and reach out. And I'm going to start, once I get a couple dollars together, I'm going to build another computer and start streaming with Elliot again so that I can offer you guys some gun area talk discussions and reloading. I just can't handle firearms right now or ammunition, but I can definitely talk about the Eugene Stoner AR-15, M16, M4 carbine. I know that weapon system like the back of my hand, and Eugene Stoner is one of my heroes. My dad actually drove him around in Southern California from, let's see, what was the name of the company he worked for? Armor Light to the Air Force Base. My father had a dual MOS. He was motor pool and a C-130 loadmaster because he had 4 other brothers that were fighting in Vietnam in active combat. So he could not fight because you couldn't have your entire family in combat at the same time. So he was a motor pool fella until 2 of his brothers were done with their tours. And then he went to Vietnam and did his part for 3 tours as a loadmaster on a C-130 Hercules, which he actually was on during the Tet Offensive and was in the belly or the cargo hold of a C-130 when the pilot crash landed on one of their tarmacs leaving Way City and supporting the Marines on the ground in Way City, dropping beans, bullets, and bandages. And he had lost so much hydraulic fluid in his bird that upon landing, the right rear landing gear did not lock down. So they slid in and the wing touched down on the right and spun the aircraft multiple times, more or less crash landed, returning to the base. So my dad is a decorated combat soldier, and he's no longer with us, bless his heart. But he was a great man, and he left some very big shoes for me to fill. And I'm just trying to do the right thing and live up to his name.
Appreciate you coming in, Rollis. Good to see you. And the Crazy Scotsman joined us. Good to see you, Scotsman.
Hey, Scotsman. Been a bit.
I thought it said the Scottish American. Or have you got two channels now, Scotsman?
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Usually comes on as the Scottish American, even when he streams live. Michael Dunn is with us. I put the PayPal link in again, guys. Chuck says, Elliot, maybe you can set up an Amazon wish list for him and get him some of the items he needs that way. Yeah, I'll look into that. I'm not familiar with that. I've heard of it. Wish list. Yeah. I'll see. I'll look up and see how to do it. Appreciate the tip. Colt says, the gun geniuses both are list. Wait a minute. I'm losing it. Prohibited at this point, depending on which Title 18 you read, both are considered firearms. I think that's thing to black powder. Yeah. So I think you can't touch black powder.
Yeah.
You can't do a crossbow, can you?
Yeah, I can.
You can do a crossbow?
Yeah. That's not a firearm.
True. Yeah. Okay. Let me scroll up. Let's see. Bear with me a minute, guys. I'm just trying to see if anybody else said something, question or anything. Yes. Yeah, Vanessa says yes, United States Air Force. 2 sisters are retired U.S. Navy.
Yeah.
And U.S. Air Force. Oh, wow. Cool, Vanessa. Thank you for your service, too.
Yeah, thank you all. Yeah, your whole family for their service. And any other veterans and military we have out there, thank you very much for your service. It is very much appreciated.
And we know Chuck is because his name.
Yes.
Yeah, so appreciate your service, Chuck. Thanks a lot, man. Let's see what else. No, not riding anymore. Dave Viejo says that wreck beat me up too bad. Yeah, it was. I remember it was rough. He told me. That's what injured me originally, which I've told you all the story. When I was, I can't remember how old I was. I think I was 21, 24, something like 25. Heck, I can't remember now. But probably 24 at the time. And it messed me up the rest of my life. Motorcycles can kick your butt.
Yes, they can.
You wreck, it's like hitting a brick wall.
Yeah, the asphalt does not care who you are, what color you are, what nationality you are. It eats you up like a cheese grater, no matter what.
But thank you guys for being here. Got 20 on now. Jump another couple people on. Appreciate you being on here, Scotsman. Good to see you, man. How you doing, Scotsman? You had a injury or a problem? I was just wanting to know how you're doing. Are you still out of work? You know, I need to email you and see what's going on, and get with you. I was gonna send Scotsman a few dollars to try to help him out, and I ain't got his he don't do PayPal, and I don't have any. That's all I got is PayPal, and I hadn't used PayPal in years and years and years. So I had to get in there, sign in, and change up passwords the other day. It was a pain. But I finally got in there. Let's see. That's about it. Got 19 on. Well, guys, we're probably going to wind this down. And good to see you, Coop. Vanessa, let's see what Vanessa says here. Okay, hang on a minute. What's Hasbro saying? Jumping in for just a second, having Christmas dinner with Mom. Hope your mom's doing well, Hasbro.
Hey, Hasbro.
Echo, it's great to see you again, brother. Look forward to talking streaming in the future.
Yep.
And I know to do this because Echo can't see, so I still remember being his co-host.
Yeah.
It's been a while. He needs a new attack cat.
Yeah.
Chuck says.
Yes.
Let's see, Dale. Guys, it's been a good call. I didn't put coffee. I just, Echo and AR live, which I done had coffee. And boy, am I tired of driving. Whoa. Boy, that's a trip. Boy, I ain't kidding you. Especially at night when I didn't recognize the town, because I'd never been through Birmingham, never been through, at least not that I remember, and definitely never been to that part of. I went to Tupelo once, 1979. And we were right near the Landmark's house. I wasn't far on the way down. I seen it on the way back. On the way down, I definitely seen it. I looked over right and it says Elvis Presley Landmarks.
Yeah.
And I think I got to this hotel probably 9:30, 10,
yeah,
something like that.
9:30.
Yeah. Left out about 2:33, can't remember quite. I had to change the rear end grease. I spilt my additive, had to go back and get another additive package, put 4 ounces of additive in there. It took me forever with a manual pump. I was on there on my back, my feet holding the pump like a monkey pushing. Had to get my roommate out and put it all in a mason jar. Finally got that film plugged. So I got transmission changed, rear end changed, and I didn't change the oil. It's got 2,000 on the break-in on it, so I decided to go ahead and drive there anyway. Now, because 2,000, it should have been broke in by now, special break-in oil. So I took the trip and got down there to get him. But I changed it back too many. Oh, okay, I changed it back. Too many folks still getting confused.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, occasionally I will say the crazy Scotsman, and I think, oh, no, the Scottish American. So, okay, we got the crazy Scotsman back.
Yeah, I like that one better anyway, Scotsman. I always knew you for that handle. Glad to have you as a citizen in this country as well, brother.
Yeah. Got 22 on now, man, for your stream. This is not my stream. I mean, it's just I'm here on. I wouldn't probably. I'm probably.
This is our stream.
I'm still tired.
Yeah, Elliot's hitting at about. He's hitting on about 6 cylinders instead of 8. But that's, he's had to put a lot of hours in on the road in his Corvette, and it was neat. I mean, riding home in American Muscle actually was a pleasant ride for me.
It wasn't too bad going down there Sunday, hardly any traffic, but last night it got heavy at times. And the lights, my eyes are getting worse, and the lights would blind me at times. And I did about 75, cruise at 75 most of the time. I've seen a few cops here and there, and had a Corvette pull up beside me, C8, had the mid-engine. He going, hey! And I go, hey, brother, hey, nice car, man. Yeah, his was nice, red too, mid-engine, 200-mile-an-hour car.
Yep.
But boy, But appreciate all you guys. What year is my vehicle's 89, 89 Vanessa Corvette. 17,000 now, original miles. A little over 17 now, probably 17.4. Can't remember.
It's like riding in a new 89 Corvette.
Yeah, it's a firm doggone suspension system, though. When you hit rough roads, buddy, you'll feel it.
Yeah, it rides like the C8 does.
But on smooth roads, it's good cruising, boy. Little joker will move. And I never pushed it because I'm still in the break-in mode. So I didn't jump it. I went to 80 miles an hour one time, a few times. So that was it. I have went over 100 in my other one years ago, a few times. But I just didn't want to risk getting
80 in a Corvette feels like you're doing 55 in a Honda.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd have to look and slow down. And it's hard to gauge. Even when I'm going 50, 55, I think I'm doing 70. Then if I'm doing 70, I think I'm doing 50. So I kind of have to keep the eye on the gauge from time to time. Hasbro says, God bless you. You Echo AR's good people. Sorry, can't chat. Hasbro says, need to get back to mom. Merry Christmas, Hasbro. Wishing you well, man. Tell mom we said hello in this community and hope she's doing well, man. I know some of the story. So
yeah, I hope she's doing better. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah. Good to see you guys today. It really is. Today's Tuesday. Can't stream tonight over, what is it? Who's streaming? Reloading Podcast. They stream. I just don't recall the time. And I don't stream regular. I told Echo, I said, I don't stream regular anymore. So most people don't get noticed. They don't know when I'm going to stream. So my crowds, I said, are more smaller now. But we had a good crowd in today, and I appreciate each and every one of you
everybody coming out.
It feels weird him sitting here instead of on the monitor because it's different.
Yeah, we'll do a couple more live streams.
Christmas Day.
If you want to do a Christmas Day one, we'll do a Christmas Day one. And everybody have a wonderful Christmas, and give your family a hug. And if you need to get in touch with me, leave me an email at davidwright1911A1. Go ahead and leave that in the side chat.
That's
please.
right. WRIGHT.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Right.
Not yet.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Bulldog says, may each and every one of you have a blessed and Merry Christmas. Yeah. Eagle Run jumped in. Howdy. Good to see you, Eagle. Hope you're doing well, man. Merry Christmas to you and your family and children. And appreciate your donation. All you guys, man, you guys rock. I say that occasionally. I was talking to him the other day, and I said, I used to wonder about social media. I said, can you really find friends on social media? I said, that don't seem right. Even before I got my camera, I said, how do you know they're, and sometimes you don't. How do you know they're friends? Well, you send money, you do all this, and you take your time to come in here week after week, year after year, and say hello to all of us.
Yeah,
that's how we
family.
know. Yeah, you become family. That's how we know you're real friends. And me and Echo never met, and look where he's sitting.
Yeah.
So, and I hadn't been out of state like that, guys. I'm trying to think last time. What was it? 92, I went to Florida with 2 girls. I'll say that. And I slept in the back seat. Well, if they would switch driving, I just sat back there and snoozed to Panama. I said, yeah, I ain't driving. And had a good time. I said, last time, that's probably... Yeah, it's been a lot of years, man. I hadn't been out. Oh, I know. I in the 90s, I did go to, what was it? Savannah, Pataby Island, Lookout Mountain, Tennessee back then. And in sports cars when I had them back then. So it was fun. But no, it's just been so many years since I've been in one on this long of a trip. Boy, I felt like after I got back to the hotel, I says, my back's okay. But I said, I felt like I've been riding a dang horse. I felt beat up. So, but it's actually a comfortable car. It's not like you would think. It's just they made that car very firm.
Yeah.
And
it was a race car suspension.
Yeah, it feels like one. It's tight steering, everything. And my 94 I've told you all this before, it was very soft. And actually at times I was there wishing I was in my 94 when I hit, because you got rough roads. In Tennessee, had some rough roads. It's almost like cheese grater. And potholes everywhere, and it was real on Highway 45.
Yes.
Yeah, long trip. I think the longest was 139 miles or something like 140. Yeah. God, it was a long. I went by Buc-ee's on the way down there. Got a roast beef, and I brought it. He's never been to Buc-ee's, so I took him by Buc-ee's.
Got a pulled pork sandwich.
Mm-hmm. And then I showed him how they make homemade fudge, make the sandwiches right there, and the pulled pork sandwiches by hand. And there's one coming in Forsyth, Georgia, too.
Oh yeah, there
Yeah.
you got Forsyth.
I first learned of Buc-ee's when me and my daughter, I think it was last year, we went to Graceland in Tennessee. Actually, we apparently went to the same Buc-ee's. And I was running around looking for a shark's tooth, mummified, million years old shark's tooth necklace. They had them, and they only got them for like $10. And they're a legitimate shark's tooth, 10 million years old.
Yeah.
Some of them a billion, they think. But they got cool stuff, souvenirs, food, everything you can think of. They don't have a microwave. I thought was weird because I said my roast beef, I'm used to hot roast beef sandwiches. But I see Hobo, good to see you, Hobo. Echo and AR think about picking a slot, whatever works. Fire up the once a week chat as well as a few random extras. Welcome back, man, he says.
Thank you. Thank you very much, y'all. I really appreciate you. And you're not just the gun community to me, you're family. So, you know, it wasn't family that came when I needed a ride back. You know, I had AR come and get me. That really says a lot. My family, the few that are still alive, had no real want to go and pick me up. And that's kind of it's kind of concerning and a little bit disconcerting. But I know who my family is now. It's the gun community in general on YouTube. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, very much. I love you very much. And I will be starting up shows again as soon as I get a couple dollars together to build another computer.
Good to see you, MCK. Appreciate you for coming
MCK.
in. He was always with us too over the years. It's good to see you, man. I apologize, guys. I did not go away because I wanted to go away. The car had me tied up a lot, and then time slots had me tied up a lot. That's probably why everybody says, like Hobo says, pick a slot and stick with it. And I couldn't compete with some of the bigger channels either at the time slot I had. You know, me and Mac fired up a show one night, and another show was already running, and I said, let's just shut it down. There's nobody here. I think it was two people inside chat. You know, I said, you know, Mac had things to do. I did, and I just said, we'll just shut it down and wait. Heck, I get quite a bit on coffees, and I have over the years. I told Echo, I did joke that if we do coffees, and you know, he gets maybe we can get him a laptop down the road, guys, because that way he can get back and start doing a stream if he wants to, because that is affordable. We'll do giveaways. The show's coming up in the future if we do get them going, and I do give away a few patches. I got them. I got some stuff over there. I'll show Echo later. I bought and give away to a few of you guys. And hope you're doing well, Brutal Bob. He has some health issues sometimes. I know Vanessa does, and hope all of you are doing good and doing well.
God bless you all and keep you.
But you're right, Hobo. Hobo's in Canada.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not, yeah.
Good for you.
I used to stream to Twitter. Why?
Yeah.
Well, you got to pay now. They cut my stream off. You stream to Rumble, they severed the connection on me and Matt Man both. So I've been trying to sign up back in Rumble and connect. I can't seem to get it to connect. And it'll have a thing, you know, a button where you hit, you know, to synchronize with YouTube for your content and your streams. I did it, still don't work. So I don't know.
Technology is great when it works, but sometimes it doesn't.
But good to see you guys. We're gonna get out of here and Merry Christmas, and we'll do a Christmas. We'll call it. We'll do Echo used to have who was it? Guns and Barbecue make these holiday thumbnails for you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you call him make a thumbnail.
I'll
you got his number, right?
Yeah, I got his number. And if anybody hears or sees G-Web's gun websites, tell him I said hello.
Yeah, he was on here the other day.
And I also talked to Dead Horse.
Did you?
When I got out of jail? Yes, I did. And he's a little under the weather. He's had a hard time with his neck and his spine, but he was very happy that I was out of jail as well. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, very much for stopping by for me and Elliot. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, we'll try to get a thumbnail. If we don't get that, we'll still put up a Christmas talk show, Christmas Live. And because I'm here, he's here, and we're the only two here. Actually, my other roommate, he went out to his family. He'll be gone for a whole week. So outside of Echo, David, it's going to be quiet here. So might as well stream. Have a good one, guys. God bless. And fight for your rights.
Fight for your rights.
Definitely. Take care. Catch you on the next one, hopefully tomorrow. Hate to sign off, guys. You got 19 on here. I always did hate that. But then again, I used to tell it. Well, I won't say it. Let's get out of here anyway. We need to go. We'll just keep talking and talking. Good to see you, Dale, Eagle. Let's see what Bob said for you. Merry Christmas to all. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Yeah, you all stay safe. Later, guys, gals.